Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm, of course, 𝗥𝘃𝗲 Brill with your breaking news. This is going to be a bit of a quick one just because I think we all know what we're getting with this, but it is Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. Last night, in the dead of night, Amazon, Bezos, decided to leak the new notes and title for this upcoming source book, dropping out in May. So, Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. This is going to be an expanded setting book, not just a little kind of adventure. This is going to be a setting source book. That means you are going to be getting a ton more for Ravenloft, including a bestiary, new subclasses, a new background, dark gifts, whatever that is for player customization, and on top of that, the domains of Dread will have new NPCs, new horror themes, and more hooks for you to get into. So let's unpack that a little bit. Van Richten, the writer of this book, is the vampire slayer and hunter who is obsessed with killing Strahd in the Curse of Strahd book and in past settings and all sorts of editions. He's famous for being Van Helsing, which is fine. I don't think he's necessarily the greatest character in the world, and the premise of this book is essentially he wants to give you his chilling truths, his knowledge of horrors untold of the domains of Dread, so that the next generation are able to successfully hunt vampires, which is cool. And I can imagine that being twisted into some kind of vampire hunter class. If you don't think we're not getting a vampire hunting subclass, you're insane. I'm betting that right now. What's exciting about this whole setting, however, is the fact that they are expanding on a lot of DM stuff. This is set up as a Volo's Guide type situation, where in the beginning, we are going to have lore on the domains of Dread. We are going to have new plot hooks, new NPCs, helping new DMs develop. We're probably going to have a few subclasses. I don't know how player heavy this is actually going to be in the long run. And then we get a big old bestiary. At least I hope it's big. And on top of that bestiary, we're also getting magic items. So these are all new tools for DMs to make horror campaigns. Now, this is good and also a little weird. It's good because more options for DMs are fantastic. You can't go wrong with giving a DM more ways to tell a story. That's always a good idea. However, Rime of the Frost Maiden came out in September. Then we had Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. We also had, in October, Curse of Strahd revamped. And just this past month, we also had the release, or the announcement, I should say, of Candlelight Mysteries. All of these are very horror themed, except for Candlelight Mysteries, which could be horror themed. It sounds horror themed. It's in a creepy library. I don't know if Wizards of the Coast is constantly trying to be a Spirit Halloween 24/7, but dropping a horror book in May definitely makes you look like that. Because I know a lot of people are excited for, like me, a possible Dark Sun, Greyhawk, Dragonlance, Spelljammer, maybe even a new Planar book. These are all settings we were kind of expecting. And to see Wizards of the Coast kind of go back to the Strahd well is to be expected and also a little weird. Gothic Lineages came out as an Unearthed Arcana that was a little bit mixed received. Like, I don't think it really was a banger right away. I don't think a ton of players used it. And I don't know if a ton of players are planning to play it. And to see just in May them say, oh, we're going to put this in the book is a little bit concerning. I wonder if this is going to be more aesthetics than actual kind of important meat to the actual book. I don't know. The domains of Dread are always interesting for me, at least, as just a dungeon master. That's an exciting place to go, a scary part of the Shadowfell where people can be killed in many different ways. And I hope that they use this to possibly make the domains of Dread very compelling as different settings to go to and not just Ravenloft, allowing a DM to go anywhere in a horror story and not just Ravenloft. I cannot tell you how much I want more than just Ravenloft from this Ravenloft book, and it's only going to be Ravenloft. And also expanding Ravenloft feels a little bit weird just because I feel like Curse of Strahd expands a lot on Ravenloft. I don't know what else we can do besides giving us more scary things to put in the setting already. Well, there could be some more things. Maybe new developments. Maybe Strahd finally got his girlfriend. Yay! And I should say this, if you have criticisms of Strahd, he's coming back. It is going to be a book written by the guy who's obsessed with Strahd on the domain that Strahd runs. Strahd is going to be in this, the vampire who runs Ravenloft, if you don't know. He's going to be in this, and I understand over time he's gone more of a controversial look to him, but people still love Curse of Strahd, and I can't imagine people are going to stop before May. So this is a horror-themed universal monster big old setting book. I'm excited to see how big it is and actually how many new monsters we get, how many new magic items we get. Hopefully we're going to be getting a lot of new customization for players too, just so it's not just a DM show. Sounds like a DM show, but let's hope the players get something too. All right, guys, what do you think of the new Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft? Are you excited? Did you wish it was Spelljammer? Do you wish it was something else? Or are you like, hell yes, I can't wait to kill my players with a new scary monster that's probably in ooze? All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.